Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic informations for yourself to develop a very good and clear spiritual foundation. So, why it is very necessary for us? Because that we have an inner nature to go backward. That is where the repetition comes. And we are so comfortable with our past experience. And in the future, when you have to go through some difficult situation, what happens, rather than taking that challenge, rather than taking that new moment, you are unconsciously start to repeat that whatever the comfort that you used to hold in your past. So it is a repetition of past, and at the same time, again and again, unconsciously, we bring it back to our present moment. So then in our life, rather than experiencing something new, what happens, we go through the same comfort zone. So this repetitive nature itself creates a journey which we call the samsara. And then once we get addicted to that, our own repetition, we don't feel that something beyond that. We can't see something beyond that. Then our experience stagnate within ourselves. And then we become trapped within our own mind. So this is the very basic nature of us. So then through the spiritual practice, what happens, it allows you to get out of this stagnation and get out of this mental comfort and get out of this mental patterns or get out of this habitual system happens inside us. And then it allows you to experience something new. So when it comes to our human life, the very purpose of this human life come to that newness, because that is where your consciousness, your awareness going to become more sharp and clear. But sometimes we forget that our inner human nature, or we forget that our inner human capacity. So it's kind of like, if I bring an example, it's kind of like when the winter time comes, there are some people start to slowly settle down themselves. Even some animals shrink into that deeper to comfort within the body and mind. But there are some animals, when the winter time comes, they become so active. So when it comes to human, there are some human, when the winter time comes, they have a more strong comforter and they ready with the heat and they stack all the food around them and they stay inside the house. But there are some people go out and do ice skating and they play with ice and they enjoy. So see these two human behavior. So when it comes to our inner subconscious mind, that the same thing happen with our entire life. Sometimes when the situations come, we slowly start to become the kind of like a string with our comfort zone. But there are some people, they have ability to go beyond that moment and experience something new. So then in your life that you have to understand, whatever happened, it already happened. But for tomorrow, there is a new opportunity for you. So then when you are consciously willing to accept that new moment, you are ready to go forward then. But the thing is that it is very difficult for us to deal with that, our inner conversation. Because inside us, we already have a kind of like a preconditioned thoughts and the plans regarding our future. So then that even though it is available for you, inside your own mind, your own thoughts, your own inner voice start to talk to you. So, but if you recognize this is just your own past memory, there's nothing else. So once you're capable to understand that, you are capable to move forward. So then what you need to know, that always the life move forward. So don't have attitude to go backward. Don't have an attitude to depend on what happened in your past. So the tomorrow, it's a brand new day and you are already a brand new person for this moment. So then do your best for your own life. It's not for somebody else. And physically and with the environment and even with the mentally, within your own thoughts, just be ready for that. And when you become like that way, remember yourself, it is just not only you, because behind you, there are a lot of people waiting for you and they're willing something from you, that they're willing not what happened from yesterday, they're willing something change and they're willing from you to become more better person. So then you have some responsibilities within yourself to change and bring that opportunity for them to experience from you. So that is another thing that you have to understand. That and at the same time, there is a deeper skill and awareness you have to remember one day, that we have to be free from this all. We can't go with repeating any good or bad. Just imagine. So whatever good for yesterday, and it anymore doesn't make any sense for tomorrow. And whatever, the good for last year and anymore for you, it's anymore doesn't make any sense. Just imagine the some best movies you enjoy, and some, the friends or the conversation or the lifestyle that you had, the vacation that you had, and sometimes you enjoy that moment. But for tomorrow, if you repeat exactly the same way, you're not going to accept it. You look for some change. So then, just imagine yourself. My argument is this. So when you look for the change from the outside world for tomorrow, why you are not willing to give it to the outside world. When you don't want to repeat that whatever the last vacation exactly the same way for you tomorrow, but how about then you? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to bring that newness from yourself to the environment or the society? So this is the question that we always know, because we know what is right and what is wrong. We already know what is good and bad, but when it comes to life, we always do the bad things most of time. We always do the wrong things most of time. And sometimes people say, I don't have feelings to do good. I don't have feelings to do right. I always have feelings to do the wrong thing. I know it is wrong, but still I want to do it. So from where this come? And why it happened to us? Because the reason is that knowing and being is we separately try to maintain in life. We like to know things, but we forget in that knowing moment, we forget being. When we trying to being, we forget that what we know. So that's create this dualistic comparison world. So then when there is a time come for you that your knowing is become your being, then you get out of this kind of puzzle in your life. So then there is no something desire, there is no something resistance inside you, because that you know is itself become you. And then what is you itself become what you know. So that is where it slowly takes you through this journey. But it has a kind of like the way to go. So in that journey, that we develop the comfort zone within our memory, and when it comes to tomorrow, we don't know what it is. But it's still that you have to remember the beyond this moment to the next moment, it's always going to be something good. Look at your own life. When you look your own life, you will see in the moment that you things let go, or maybe the people or the situations reject you, in that very moment that you had the deeper turbulence, hard time to settle down or the accept it. But look at today, and you are in a more better place than that moment. So it's always it's always in a journey like that. But the thing is, sometimes we have to have the strength and courage to go into this unknown world, which we call tomorrow, or even within the moment. So it is a skill that we don't know tomorrow, we don't know the next day, we don't know the next week, we don't know the next year, we don't know what will happen after this. We don't know what will happen after our death, but still, we have to have courage and strength to accept it. But for the moment, with this environment, with this situation, we feel so safe, comfortable, but it's not going to be the same. Maybe we can hold it to this comfort, but who knows that, what will happen. So it's kind of like when you dock your ship or the boat to the harbor, it's well secured. It is there. But the thing is, if you know in the other side of the ocean, and through this all the hard time or the bad weather, you may go the journey and it's a more better place for you. So you should have the strength and courage to go to the ocean, take your ship or the boat and take it to the deeper ocean, go through this cyclone. So that is a kind of like a strength, and that you have to have the intuition, you have to have a deeper vision inside you to go into this unknown world. When you have that, you have no fear, because that is what holds us, that unknown fear. So then how you can deal with that? Because you always hold it to that unknown fear. And so that is where you have to look into your own life. And I'll give a very simple, technique for you to deal with that. Maybe in your life, when it comes to you, you're ready to stand with many skills. So whatever you learn, by the time it may going to give you some kind of, benefits. But just imagine, there is something in you, you are so special for that. Not for everything. Don't try to use it for everything. There is something in you. You are so good for that. So what you need to do, rather than looking to and try to do many things, because for the moment you feel kind of like it is so comfortable. But if you are capable to pinpoint that what you are really good for, that one thing, remember, you're going to take your ship to the ocean rather than docking it in a very comfortable harbor. So that is the key point. And through the samsaric journey, through you, this enlightenment, this journey, from today to the future, there is something, it gives the total comfort to yourself, and at the same time it will open doors to bring the contribution from yourself to the world. Not doing everything, there is something, one thing. So try to get that. Look into yourself, find it. And once you find it, it become your knowledge. It's become that what you know, and then you be with it. So that is where your knowledge is your being. It is not knowing and being, it's become knowing is being. So that's why through the meditation, what it does, it purifies our mind and get this all the dust out of our mind, so that all the dust as information we collected through this journey covered that one thing inside you. So once you are capable to master it, find it, master it, go for it, be with it, and trust that. And you feel the life is more balanced. You feel life is more clear. So bring that clarity. It's not that you can't bring that clarity or, going here and there, thinking or listening to others or reading books and watching documentary. You can't get that. So what is the technique to get that? What the meditation does for you, how you can take the ship to this deeper ocean, and how you can go through this cyclone or the tornadoes or the bigger waves in this ocean, and how you can sail to this unknown other side. how you can find that? So, whatever you do in the moment, just bring your awareness and be with it and do it 100% and give your best for that. As example, when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, it's a skill. It's a profitable skill. When you focus to inhalation, exhalation, if you are capable to detach, void, let go, mute, that all the things come inside your mind as a memory, and you are not going to put any attention to that, you have very conscious, sharp, clear decision to be with the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation in the moment. That is the greatest skill as a human being that you can develop, which will going to become a greater profitable and take you through this any mess or the any up and down in your life, and to take to the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So then whatever you do, and rather than keep having the conversation with your inner voice, rather than reflecting on the memory, rather than having the comparison inside you, just give your best for whatever you do. Be with it. And when you are capable to settle down like that way, so the meditation, the tranquility state, that is the very basic, the quality of tranquility state. It brings that everything together to the moment. And then that what you know in the moment itself become your being. So before you go to the Vipassana level of analytical meditation, remember, first try in your life. It's not trying, it's just, practice yourself to get into that state. So then in day-to-day life, so whatever you do, when you are capable to tune to that moment, and what will happen by the time that going to become more strong, mastering a skill yourself. So in any situation, you are capable to detach from the mind, or the detach from the inner conversation, detach from the memory, detach from the history. You are settling down with the moment. So that's give the strength and the power and the clarity to go into unknown world, which mean tomorrow, or to entire this samsaric journey. So if you have that skill, remember, there is no fear for your life. You don't afraid, you have no fear for that. You don't afraid for anything. So there is no fear in you, there is no jealousy in you. Because you have the completion in the moment. You don't have the comparison, then there is no jealousy. That's going to become very fundamental quality in your life. But if you don't have it as a thought, if you try to get out of the jealousy or the anger or the fear, it's you just struggling with the thoughts or the concept. It doesn't work. So that's why knowing and being, it doesn't work in life. Because then that is where it become a puzzle for you. You know something, but it doesn't work inside you. You know right and wrong, you know what is good and bad, but within yourself, it doesn't come. But once you tune to the moment and being with the moment, when you master moment by moment, moment by moment, so whatever that your bodily, verbally, mentally action, you completely 100%, you settle down, be with it, go with it. No matter what, there's no comparison inside you. No argument, no judgment, no any kind of conversation. You just be with it. Try from today. You may not going to do that 24/7, but at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day. Try for that. So it is a kind of like another side of your life. So in Dharma, always you go, you always into something with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And you think that the life is somewhere, keep running. But you miss this part of you. So that's why through this meditation, it brings back to that point. It brings back to that balance. And it bring back to your inner being itself. So that's bring the joy to yourself. Then itself the life is yourself the joy. You don't look the joy from somewhere, because you are the joy. You are the life. You don't need something to fulfill your life. See how comfortable it is. You don't look somebody or something or some place to find the happiness, because you are the happiness. Your being itself is the happiness. Just imagine if you have a person around you like that, that it's going to become your contribution to other people, the things, even other living beings, the trees, the animals, that for everything. Because they don't have that. They always into something. Maybe they don't know that's what this is. So that's why, as a person, you have responsibility. So remember, the very first thing is not to go reverse, not to go backward, not to repeat the life, bring the newness to you and bring the contribution yourself and give that newness as a gift to other people. Challenge yourself. I use this word challenge only practice point of view. Just imagine yourself that, can you bring a conversation that without repeating what you done for the or what you said yesterday? Can you have a very brand new conversation in your dinner table, at your dinner table, or with your husband, wife, children, friends, families? So can you keep it a kind of like a every day like that? And it's a kind of like it happened when you have this inside, that newness. It is not just you think and do, it's itself become like that. And then when you practice always, can you be with the moment without repeating your past experience or having that conversation inside you? You know a lot of things, I know that. But in this very moment, that what you feel doesn't care what you know. That's the point. So then, are you capable to settle down with the moment of feelings, detaching from that all the things we carry as memory? So if you are capable to do that, you find something inside you. You experience something inside you. You are the one who get the benefit out of that in the very first level. So you need that. So through the meditation, you bring that abilities. So then remember, in the beginning, we settle down with the inhalation, exhalation. And with that inhalation, exhalation, little by little, sometimes when you observe the sensation, what happens, your mind get used to that. So then it's also going to go back to the memory. So the mind then anymore no have the attention. Then when the inhalation happens, it's kind of like a daydream. It's kind of like a, you half sleep, and other people sometimes when they talk, you already half sleep, but you still answering. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, that's right, yes. but you have no idea what it is, you know. So like that, sometimes your mind become like that. It's gloomy, dark, sleepy, but still you feel the sensation. This is inhalation, but remember, you have to get out of that kind of situation. Each and every inhalation, exhalation, you detach from this repetition, you detach from the memory, you detach from that, get used to it, and every moment you should experience as a very brand new inhalation or exhalation. So then not only that, we go a little bit more deeper. That in the beginning we recognize the sensation and then separately recognize that sensation, which is from inhalation, which is from exhalation. So then the mind becomes a little bit more open and sharp. It's kind of like from a camera, you open the lens when you focus. So it's like little by little, and then you can capture the more surface area, more bigger area. Then the landscape become more larger. So then at the very next level, you see the beginning, the middle, and the end of the inhalation, the beginning, the middle, end of the exhalation. And then you deeply recognize entire body responding to this inhalation, exhalation. So calming down your body, inhalation happens, calming down your body, exhalation happens. And then not only that, when the inhalation happens, your entire body feel kind of like a complete satisfaction. So your entire body feels satisfaction with the exhalation. And the mind feels so comfortable when the inhalation happens. The mind feels so comfortable with the exhalation happen. Just observe and experience it. So it happens all the time. So only thing is your thought pattern, once you disconnect from that, and you tangle with the thoughts and go here and there and disconnect from the life. So then when you bring that deeper observation little by little towards the inhalation, exhalation, and then there is a deeper link that with the thoughts, then you start to recognize these thoughts arising with the inhalation and it's go away with the exhalation. So that's mean deeper link that your mind and the breathing. And on the shallow level, you recognize the thoughts, and then by the time what happened, you start to see the roots from where this come. So that is the important thing. No, because you start to recognize the very roots of your own inner feelings. When you like something, when you dislike something, it is not just the surface level of face value. It's a deeper, there is something invisible inside you. So now you are capable to see it. That's what we call the cankers or the mental formations, your past experience. So once you see it, that seeing itself allows you to not to respond that. Why? Because you know that this thought arise itself is not a very moment of need. It's just come as a result of your past experience. It doesn't have any values. So then it will disappear itself. That disappear means it's not going to just vanish. It start to go somewhere and settle down itself. There's nothing going to vanish. It's somewhere. It can come back again. Look at your memory sometimes, how it behave. Things you forget and you don't know. I know that, but I can't remember. So then what happened? Suddenly it comes to your mind. So these names and forms always deal inside us without disappearing, but it arises as a result of cause and effect. So once you recognize that you're not going to go with it, hold it as that inner experience is me, or I am, or the self, or the soul, You start to recognize it's your past experience. And then you're not going to hold it to that. That detachment will bring the freedom to you. So it is a moment by step process. Only thing is start to be settled down when the mind go here and there, bring it back and know when you focus to the sensation, give your best for that. Be with 100% and don't bring any other thoughts, activities or physical activities to that moment. Even if you are die with that moment like that way, you're not going to born again. It's worth for you. So that's why even the death come, don't shake yourself. Even the death come, don't try to jump out of it. Even the death come, don't take it as a disturb. So you have the deeper, undisturbed mind. And practice it little by little. Try to gain it to yourself. It is there. It is there. Only thing is just nourish it and bring it up. Allow it to grow inside you. Give that a space, belong to it. Because we gave the space to all this outside information. You lose the space that need for that inner wisdom. So only thing is, give that a space back. And that will bring you that knowing is going to become your being. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so patveva. Oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhamma nu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.